The Sherlocks, how are you doing?
Great. Fantastic.
Also good.
Oh, there's some great words for all of you. So we're here at the Rescue Rooms in Nottingham, and you're on tour at the moment. How's the tour gone so far?
I think it's exceeded all our expectations of what it was going to be.
Yeah.
We haven't really had a bad gig this tour. So
Okay. And do you think you've improved? More gigs you've done this tour, or?
I think we're pretty pumped for it before anyway. So we didn't take much getting into it when we started on a good gig. And
how much kind of rehearsal does it take? Is it just kind of like rock up and play a few songs? I mean, obviously it's a tour, so all your fans can kind of congregate and see you. So what kind of preparation does it take?
I think really we had practices before the tour and stuff, practiced a set, but from gig to gig it's just like sound check's your only opportunity to run through stuff. But we're pretty tight with a set. This set, it's not changing too much, maybe odd songs changing, but we decided what we wanted to play for this tour before the tour, so it's a similar set each night.
And so the stuff you're playing, is that all new stuff? So is that all stuff that's come out kind of recently, or do you kind of revisit old stuff? Maybe new stuff that's
everything really.
Yeah.
There's a lot of old songs in the end, and there's a couple of new single.
Just mixing it up, keeping it fresh.
Yeah. And okay, so let's go a bit more onto the Sherlocks and the music you make. So I know it's a bit of a cliche question, but what kind of bands influence you? Because obviously, is there a Sheffield link? There's a lot of Sheffield bands that have made it really big, like the Arctic Monkeys and Pulp and stuff. So are they maybe influences, or is it just all sorts of stuff? What is it?
I think it's just everything really. We try and listen to as much music as we can, whether it be an old band, a current band, or an upcoming band who's not even recognised that much. We just all different genres of music as well. We just try not to limit ourselves just because we play our music's classed as indie rock. We still listen to.
So you get a bit of everything.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it influences you without you knowing really. It's not like we pick a specific band to say, oh, we're going to sound like them. It just influences you because you've heard it before. And it just blends into your songwriting.
So I guess when you're songwriting, do you kind of sit down and think, right, let's write a song, or right, let's write an album, or is it kind of all sorts of bits that you've picked up over the times, maybe a notebook, and you just kind of compile it into songs? What's that process kind of like for you guys?
It's just tend to write down ideas or certain lyrics or phrases. Voices.
Yeah.
Or phrases. Just write them down on my phone, and then when an idea comes up, just have a look what's in my notes. But
so the notes is the life.
The Bible.
Yeah.
The Bible of songwriting. Okay, so where do you kind of see yourselves going? Because you've been going for a few years now, and you've got fairly established. I mean, I've been looking through indie lists on Spotify before, and it's the Sherlocks are there, So you've hit kind of a big time. So where do you see yourself going from now? Do you see yourself exceeding that, or are you just happy with what you're doing now because you get the privilege of touring around the country?
yeah, I think it's nice to be able. Come in.
Cut. She knocks on that door about 50 times.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to be able to go around as a band and tour your songs and still make enough money to cover itself, so it's even possible to do. And now we've got to a position where the last tour were very much like a toilet tour. This one feels like a proper tour. You start to feel more like a show rather than just a pure effort where it's just you're just smashing your set out, and you haven't really got much time to. There's not much room for concentrating on your sound. The last tour, or the last few tours we've done, it's just been a load of people in a small room just going mental. Whereas this tour's put more effort into, or we've had more chance to up us production and concentrate on the sound and stuff. But
So what's it like when you kind of you're there on stage, playing the drums or singing or whatever? What's it like when you look at the crowd and you kind of think, all these people have paid to come, they've paid their own money to come and see us, and we don't know these people.
Definitely.
These are just people that like our music. What's that like? Because it must. Do you ever just kind of take a step back and just go, wow,
Yeah, every gig there's moments where you just see them all like not even the ones that are just bouncing, just everyone like you look at and the room's full and you just think every one of these has bought a ticket, and then obviously you've got to get to the gigs or train tickets and stuff, and then people like booking hotels, so there's a lot more goes into it just turning up to a gig than just buying a ticket. So we appreciate everyone's like, they're just investing in us really.
Yeah.
How many's, I'm not sure what tonight is, but like each, I know it's sold out, like it's mad to think everybody's paid like whatever it is for a ticket,
and now there's not enough people to fit in the room.
So yeah, it's good.
So obviously you're on tour now, so where's kind of the best place you've played so far, the best kind of gig it's been?
Brighton were pretty good.
Yeah.
Kicked her off in Brighton and that blew us away, that one, because we didn't expect a big crowd and we turned up and they were all up for it.
Yeah.
What else has been good?
Played
We entered a bad gig all tour every night. People have just been going mad all the way through. So
London were good.
Yeah.
That sold out at Scala. That was pretty crazy.
Normally you do have like a bad gig, but none of them have been bad. Like, so for me, they've all been good.
That's why it's hard to pick a standout. On the last tour it might have been a bit easier to pick a standout one, but on this one it's just everyone's been like, after the gig's finished we've all just been like, that was class. Like, each night's blew us away, so I'm sure tonight will be no different.
And let's just touch briefly on the name, the Sherlocks. Where's that from? Because that's quite obviously, anyone thinks the name Sherlock is just Sherlock Holmes, isn't it? But what's that about? What is the Sherlocks?
Andrew here, when we started band, we were 12 and he used to say obvious things like, if it started raining we were playing football, he said, "No, shoot Sherlock." That's it.
So it's just from that phrase that you just thought the Sherlock.
Yeah, we were struggling for a band name for weeks and weeks, and then
Loads of shit names, like what Time Bandits.
that was stuck. Yeah, that one's stuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there any others in there that you could tell us, any working titles for band names?
Time Bandits, Blue Champagne,
The Kestrels were that were a hot favourite.
Checkered Flag,
Yeah.
up of
Palamos.
loads of crap ones.
Yeah. We used to go on holiday to Spain to a place called Palamos, and that were an idea for a name, but I'm glad we didn't call it that. Might have done alright in Spain, but
Well, here we are, the Sherlocks. Thank you very much
yeah, mate.
for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.